Young men begin a long and tedious process to seek their fortune in the gravel stones of a gold mine in Sudan's Nile River state. The miners use a special mill to grind stones into powder that will later be processed to extract gold. Demand for gold has seen many artisan miners descend on the region, lured by tales of fortunes made overnight. Sudan has been known as a source of gold since the time of Egyptian pharaohs and its own ancient Nubian kingdom, but small-scale prospecting has only boomed in recent years. The price of gold spiked here in 2011 when Sudan produced 10 tons of gold. Production is expected to reach 50 tons this year.
When we receive the stones for milling, we benefit only 30% of the stones and the rest is lost in the air and in the earth. Maybe the bigger companies can benefit from the rest, but we only benefit from 30%.
The freelance miners process much of the output currently in remote corners of the country. Using mercury, they are able to pan for gold and separate it from a mixture of dirt and water. About 250,000 Sudanese have joined the gold rush across Sudan, according to the government, which estimates it made $2.5 billion from gold exports last year. But the government has warned of risk to people's health and the environment as they search for the glittering metal. Dr. Suad Mohammed Suleiman is an environmental and health expert at Sudan's Academy of Science.
While digging in the earth or in the desert, people inhale and sniff a lot of dust and pollutants which affect their health. The workers who are not trained in gold mining do not know the proper use of the chemicals to extract the gold, such as how to use the mercury.
The country sits on what could be Africa's largest gold reserves, and the government has handed out exploration contracts to more than 600 mining firms to search for gold and other minerals. Once processed, some of the precious mineral end up with traders like Abu Ghasim Abdul Hamid, who runs a jewelry shop in Khartoum's gold market.
In terms of quality, the gold coming from the artisan miner is very good, as its standard varies between 860 and 960, which is good and better than those processed in established mines, which has a standard of 21 in terms of price. It is reasonable as it varies between 59 and 60 million US dollars for a kilo.
Sudan has sought to replace oil revenues with gold exports. Oil had been the main source of state revenues as well as the dollars needed to pay for imports. But Sudan lost 3/4 of its oil production when South Sudan split off in 2011. The country has not published any figures for gold profits this year yet, but analysts expect a decline due to a recent fall in gold prices. Osman Hamad, the manager at Khartoum Stock Exchange, is hopeful that Sudan will record high sales this year.
The amount of gold production expected in 2013 is about 50 tons with an expected revenue of 2.5 out of 10 billion US dollars. This definitely will contribute towards compensating for the loss of oil revenues after the secession of South Sudan.
Sudan is looking to expand gold mines and boost production of the metal to help keep the economy afloat. Companies had long neglected the country amid its civil war and ethnic conflicts, but they are now turning to it as one of the last large unexplored areas in Africa.